Get out!
Hello tankers and tankettes, welcome to another live commentary. I'm going to play some tank destroyers today, and you may notice, as regards my latest, my last video, the Churchill gun carrier, there isn't one in my garage anymore, so hooray! Anyway, I thought I'd start off with the AT-2 because this is what I actually put my Churchill gun carrier crew into, and it's a far more fun machine. The gun selection's pretty rubbish, but it is otherwise a lot of fun. Oh good, Muravanka. At least there's no tier 7s, but Muravanka. Okay. We can do this, you guys. It'll be fine. I'm actually just going to, I've just realised I left one of my graphics turn off anti-aliasing because that does not help my frame rate when I'm trying to record if I leave that on. So which way shall I go, do you think? Well, I could go to the Magic Forest, but screw the Magic Forest. So let's not go there. It is a bad place. Let's go up the other side. One of the reasons I actually bought the AT-2 was, yes, it's fun, but I think it's a good one to do. I'm going to do a review on it at some point. Just because it's such a, for a tier 5 tank destroyer, it's such a unique machine. There's nothing else quite like it, apart from the rest of the British, tank destroyer line, of course. But even then, the tier 6 and up, you start to get the gun selection becomes a bit more regularized, whereas for the AT-2 you've basically got a 6-pounder gun or a 3.7-inch derp. And actually they're both okay. The Pew Pew 6-pounder is, this is the derp, you can see, but it's got such a quick rate of fire that it's alright on tier 5 and tier 6 targets, but it's when you get to tier 7 targets you are completely ineffectual. Whereas this is, at least you can do some damage to those higher tiers, but of course the shell speeds are so low. An enemy can see the shell coming and, has to reverse a little bit and they're out of the way kind of thing. So that's the downside of a derp. Yep, KV-1S leading from the rear. That's right, isn't it? That's what a KV-1S is supposed to do, right? Yeah, sure. Let's just see if that guy's actually paying attention, and if he's just, I think he's just admiring the scenery. There's not too many tanks here, which means probably most of them went into the Magic Forest, and that's going to be a pain in the ass, because whichever side you go on, or whichever cap you start in, it's just, I just loathe the Magic Forest. It must die in a fire. It must, but alas, that option is not available. Yep. Snapshot derps, that always works so well. Derp snapshots. Oh, hello, SU-85. No! KV-1S! No! Poop. Well, if our KV-1S had been even somewhere remotely nearby, I'm just going to die here, but anyway, derp them in the face! Wahaha! If someone would take care of that KV-1S for me and be a darling. Nope. Okay, yeah, I took a chance that the rest of my team would actually do something, but this is a random battle and that doesn't always happen. The AT-2 is great for pushing a flank, but the rest of the team behind you needs to actually move forward, and this was not the case. Right, we're going to go for a completely different machine. I'm going to go for the SU-122 and SU-100 rather. I can count. I don't have the top gun yet, but I'm actually pretty close. In fact, winning this battle will actually give me the SU-122. That AT-2, that's not going to be a win. No. Don't think so. Muravanka plus derpy top tiers equals almost certain loss. Not automatic, but, it's a pretty sure thing. Oh, hey, it's Swamp. And tier 7's okay, this isn't too bad. I'm in the middle, and that's not an awful place to be. Apologies if the frame rate is dropping at all. I'm experimenting with using different recording codecs, and some of them require more processor power than others. My frame rate counter tells me I'm okay, but sometimes the Bandicam frame rate counter lies. Although, in well, kind of good news, I've done a little experimenting, and having managed to install War Thunder, I am actually now able to record myself playing War Thunder live these days. So you might see one or two more War Thunder videos popping up. There won't be masses of them, but you know, the possibility is now there. Because the problem I had was before that, regardless of whatever recording codec settings I was using, it was just like 10 frames a second. It's just not watchable. For some reason, the counter was telling me, "Hey, it's 50 frames a second. It's fine, you guys." And then you'd get to watching the actual video replay file, and it would just be like stop motion, which nobody wants to see that. So I'm going to get to where I can actually go snipe some stuff. I don't have a clue what I'm doing on this map yet, but that's okay, nor do a lot of other people. I had the SU-85 a long time ago, and then I had this unlocked for a very long time, and I've actually finally started playing down the Soviet tank destroyers because the SU-152 and the ISU-152 both look like they could be a lot of fun. I've decided derp guns are good sometimes. Oh, Panzer IV. And I don't have a shot. Let's see if I can hit that Tiger P. That T-49 is nearly dead, alas, alack. We barely knew him. Oh, Panther. There we go. Oh, yeah, I might have been seeing you guys. The perils of not having... I'm going to heal my driver. The perils of not having Sixth Sense on a tank destroyer. Especially a tank destroyer of this nature. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. In fact, I'm actually considering retreating here. Because the only backup is that IS over there, and he's not in a place where he can really help us. Oh, are they coming round? These might be quite short matches because I am not my best in a tank destroyer, that's for damn sure. Ah, Type T-34, you spoil sport. No, no, come up there, that way, you want to really. Go on, do it. Do it, you know you want to. Go on, go on. Uh-oh, ouch. Well, there's that Panther. And now my gunner's dead and I can't heal him. Hooray! This thing's got great mobility, but no armor. Right, I think the Tiger is coming for us. Yep. Yep. Nope. Nope. Damn it. I should have run away before that point. But our heavy backup is... Why can't I select the heavy backup? Our heavy backup is this guy. Yep. He was useful. Back to garage. And AT-2 is defeat. Let's take that one out again. Wow, this has been a quick turnaround. My survival rate in tank destroyers does tend to be lower than heavy tanks, but I am much less au fait with tank destroyer, the whole play style, than heavy tanks, and I tend to like tank destroyers where you can have the mobility and actually get up in their faces. That often means I don't survive very long, but I do not have the patience for tank destroyers that require you to sit and snipe and have no flexibility in their play style. So yeah, this thing is a proper assault gun. You can roll up to the enemy. Unfortunately, the rather massive commander's hatch is a fair old liability, and the fact that the gun and gunner can be killed, or well, they can both be knocked out by just shooting straight through the centre of the gun mantlet. means that whilst you can roll up to people and derp them in the face, if they're higher tiers, it's generally not a good idea to do so. In fact, some of the tier 7s can just go right through the frontal armour, no matter that it's 200mm thick. They don't even really have to aim at weak spots, they just need to aim for a flat area and they can pen. But some of the KV-1Ss are especially problematic because if you up close KV-1S, they can take most of your health, if not just one shot you with one hit with a 122mm. There's no other tier 6 that can do that, outside of artillery, of course. Well, there's the SU-100, of course, that gets the 122mm gun, actually. But at least they've got less hit points themselves, and you can fight back a bit more effectively. It's when you get one of those, like, coming in your side or rear, that's pretty nasty. Well, I'm going to be well behind the rest of these fellas, but yeah, this is not the good side of the map to start on on highway. But given the tank I'm in, I might actually be able to do something when I eventually get there. I don't know why the Type T-34 is going back, but actually maybe that's why he's going back. Now the question is that KV-1? Is he simply AFK or is he actually just camping hard? It's hard to tell from this distance because if you try and zoom in with a tank destroyer, it goes blip and puts you in front, which is slightly disorienting, I've always found. Especially if you're trying to look at somebody else's, you're looking at another tank and you think, oh, that's an interesting clan logo, I'll just zoom in, and nope, you're looking straight in front of you. Well, I may have gotten here just in time for the rest of the team to die horribly. This is the risk of playing tier 5 tanks. Especially when you're top tier. Especially when you're in a slow top tier 5 tank. By the time you get anywhere, the whole match could actually, in fact, be over already. And I know that for a lot of people that makes it a not very popular choice. Right, shall I see if I can actually get within derp sniping range? It's so nice when you're in something like a Churchill anything or an AT anything. And you drive all the way somewhere, only have to turn around and drive all the way back. Right, T28. Let's see if... Nope, I may have scared a few ducks. But probably nothing more than that. See, when you've got a derp gun, it's so unsporting when they move around. It's just not cricket. I find the same when I'm driving my KV-2. And how dare you people move around when I'm firing my big gun? How dare you? That's just so unfair. Right. Oh. Of course, the minute I get into range, they actually disappear. That is the last remaining 2 heavies, though. So, back down we go. Question is... Oh. Reticle, close! Derps away! 68 damage. Blind firing a derp is a bit of a pain. Yep. Although it's really good, this gun is excellent for tracking enemy tanks. And just knocking out crew members. There we go, took his tracks again. Unfortunately, I don't tend to get a lot of spotting damage or anything of that nature. And because I'm firing it, it's going in the tracks a lot, so it's exploding on the tracks and not really doing any damage. I'm trying to aim for the turret, but I don't think that's going to do me much good. Do more damage than some people, though. That one missed entirely. Derps away!
Enemy armor is destroyed.
So when they sit still, and they're a side-on target like that, that's when you get an enemy medium tank or a light tank, and you can just... Oh, yeah. Oh, yep. There's that reticle bug, which is incredibly annoying. And Wargaming are aware of it, and they're just not going to do anything, or they can't do anything, because it's a limitation of the Big World engine. I'm actually going to go with the latter explanation, because that explains their persistent responses on the fact. They just go, yep, we know it's there, no, we're not going to do anything about it. And I think that just that means it's a big world problem, and they don't know how to fix it. And it's just an issue inherent with the engine. Well, there we go, 500 damage. I've done more, but that wasn't awful. And SU-100, that's still a battle. Probably not going to be a win. What shall we round it out with? I'll do one last battle, I think. Hellcat? 87 maybe? Let's go with the AC. I like the AC. I know it's not... It's kind of like the transition between the ARL and the AC-48 in terms of like armor and the gun selection, but I quite enjoy this machine. I think the AC-48 is going to be even more enjoyable. But I'm actually using the long 90mm gun on this because I think tier 7 is the real sweet spot for those French 90mm guns, and the American ones as well. Especially when you're fighting things head to head. It's still a usable sort of gun at tier 8, and in fact there's some like the Tiger gun, you know, the long 88s have very, very similar characteristics. They are also pretty enjoyable guns at tier 7 and would be okay at tier 8 if the VK-45A had the same rate of fire as the Tiger does now. Then that would be pretty damn nice. That would actually mean you'd have two proper gun selections for that tank. I mean, you can use the long 88 on the VK-45, the tier 8, but it's a little lacking in punch for the actual reload time that you have. In fact, I should probably, given that I've got binoculars, I should probably set myself up at C5, that kind of end of things. Oh, M5 Stuart. No idea if I'm spotted or not. Well, there's no artillery to protect, but he still might be a pain. There we go. This is another one that's pretty reasonable in terms of mobility. I mean, the ARL V39 at least was fairly good in a straight line. This traverse is better than the ARL. And most of the other stats are superior as well. It's actually capable of bouncing some shots for one thing, which is like, oh my god, amazing. Especially in comparison. Yep, that was a bit snapshotty. Probably should have tried to lead that shot a little bit more. Anyway. Let's see if my binoculars can't pick up something. It would help if I'd stop shuggling the tank around. This is a kind of playstyle I don't especially like, but given that there are tier 8 guns around, probably charging in gung-ho might not be the best idea ever. Oh, just about. It's probably just the top of his superstructure showing. So, these are kind of chancy shots at 500 meters. Oh, there we go. There's a lure there. No, he went forward again. Oh, stay there, Jagdpanther. I have a present for you. Wahahaha. The rate of fire on this is really very nice. Yay, I hit something. Oh, this is great. Side of a lower turret. The alpha's not great, but I mean the rate of fire is such that it doesn't really matter. You can just, as long as they keep spotting these guys, even the ones I miss, I'm doing okay damage-wise here, you know. I may even have done some damage I don't know about. Right, we've fairly decisively got the hill, which means the rest of them are either camping in the trees on the 0 line, or... Oh, well, that was wildly optimistic, wasn't it? A lurva doesn't reverse that fast, a lurva doesn't do anything that fast. Oh, bounced. Probably hit his gun mantlet. Oh, he's looking this way. There we go. That was probably the side of his tank rather than his turret front's a bit of a... Oh, that went into the ground, I expect. Now, I know he's not looking at me. He's probably looking at our lurver. Oh, can I get the kill? Let's hope so. Oh! Oh, he moved. Oh, what? Thanks, ARL. I think I nearly shot my gun, but still. What the... What? Is the 30 shootable? Oof, maybe. That's probably an auto bounce angle, though. That's not worth taking the shot. Yeah, a lot of their team just camping. Hello, Jackson. I was going to say Miss Jackson, but, you know, gender unknown. Whatever. House in the way. Stuff's in the way. All of the stuffs. I might get the side of that IS-3, but even if getting his turret... Oh, nice. Unfortunately, I am seen. Because there's a Hellcat! What? Surprise Hellcat! Yep. Shall I go and say hello to the Hellcat? I think I might. Hello, Hellcat! Come to pay you a visit, Hellcat. Surprise! Teehee. Yep, I like this machine. It's reliable damage, that's what I like about the 90mm guns, and the 88mm as well. They're accurate enough and enough penetration that the relative lack of alpha doesn't really matter that much. Because it adds up. The rate of fire is what makes these guns good. So, I've actually done nearly 2800 damage, maybe even a little bit more if some of my blind shots actually connected. But only one kill so far. Right, there's a 30 pretty close, so I don't want to pop up and get a 30 to the face. But I might be able to pop up and put a shot in his side, or even... Oh, can I? Yes! Now, come on, repair! No, don't repair, I mean, reload, re-something. Words that begin with R. You know what? Stuff it. Let's go and say hello to the T-150 up close and personal. He probably is not going to last long enough, actually. Oh! I've made a friend, you guys. No, he didn't last. Oh! Hello, T-69. That's 3 shots. 4 is reloading. Oh, wow, that reaction time. Yup, he died. Let's fire anyway. Just to make sure he's dead, you know. He might be faking it, you guys. Right, just a Tiger left. Icon has a shot on the Tiger. No, I think he's actually in the building. Oh, there we go. Well, this was a good one to win. A good one to end on. And actually won. And did a fairly respectable amount of damage as well. And a Confederate medal. So yeah, that was pretty nice. I think I actually did the most damage of anyone there. But I didn't get the best score. Not quite sure why. Because, mind you, that guy's only like 24 points ahead of me. It's not that much between us. But the fact that I did more damage, and it was more damage to higher tier targets. So, final damage count, none of my blind shots actually connected, but that's pretty reasonable. That was a demonstration of the rate of fire, and that's a pretty good profit. So, on the whole, that was a nice match. So, yeah, if you enjoyed this, you can leave a comment, say what a pancake I am. You can hit the like button, you can subscribe to my channel and like my Facebook page, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.